Brown lip liners, I feel like they always elude me. I don't know if it's a UK thing, but you go into stores like Boots, Superdrug, even Sephora, and there's a plethora of nudes. And when I say nudes, I mean pinks, lots of reds, and then maybe 1 or 2 browns, maybe, if you're lucky. So I have 6 shades for tanned and deeper skin. I tried to keep it to a mix. I have so many liners. I had to be like, no, you can only talk about a few because otherwise we'd be here all day. But I can always come back and do more. I'd be intrigued to see if you guys use any of these, so let me know, and also what your favorites are. But yeah, without any further ado, let's jump in. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish Lip Liner in 705 Cappuccino. So it only retails for about £3.99. I felt like it was the most accessible, or at least in the UK. I feel like you can walk into most Superdrugs or Boots and you'll find this lip liner. It's an interesting colour for me because generally I like more warm tones, but this is definitely more of a neutral cool. It actually is the exact colour of my natural lip line. I am wearing it today. It's definitely something that I go for when I'm wearing more like cooler colours, when my skin is paler and, you know, the colour's drained from my face a little bit. They do have another shade that's deeper called Brownie Pie. That is really nice, but it's very similar to another one I'm going to mention later. But that is another option if you want a deeper shade that's not as cool, basically. I'm sitting in a warm room right now, so this is okay right now, but sometimes I have to warm the product up first, and you might find this with any lip liner actually if you're in a cold country, but I have to like warm it up first, either by rubbing it on the back of my hands. Sometimes I will literally get a blow dryer, blast it with a blow dryer, low heat and low fan, just for a few seconds, just to kind of warm it up. It completely changes the texture and it just makes it so much easier to apply. So yeah, that's just something to bear in mind. So next up is the MAC Lip Pencil in Cork. I did debate whether putting this one in here because I feel like everyone knows this colour. If you're brown, you know this colour. And it's really flattering for a range of skin tones because it has this really nice caramel yellow undertone. It's the perfect shade for me. I said this in my Makeup 2023 favourites. I use it all the time and sometimes I have to be like, no, do not use this today. And I have to actively choose not to use it because I use it too much. Everything's already been said already about this lip pencil. The formula's great, it's not too dry, it's not too slippy, it stays where you've put it. I feel like it's pretty foolproof. Anyone can pick this up and just scribble it on and blend it out pretty easily. So yeah, I think that's why a lot of people love it. So another drugstore option is the NYX Line Loud Lip Pencil in Rebel Kind. So this is about £8 and it's also vegan. It's a really nice sort of matte but creamy formula. It's definitely creamier than some of the other NYX pencils that I've tried, like the Suede and the Slim. Kind of like a typical brown that you would see in the makeup world. I feel like anytime you're looking for a brown lip pencil, it's this kind of brown. It does pull slightly more red. It's probably quite universally flattering, so I guess maybe that's why we see a lot of red browns, but yeah, I really like this one. It's gorgeous. So moving up again in price is the Clinique Quickliner for Lips in Chocolate Chip, which is the shade 19 and it also retails for £19. So this is super creamy, this one, and it's that twist up packaging. So there's no sharpeners, you just twist up and go. Very easy to apply. I love the colour. It's, again, more of like a reddy brown, but it's really like rich and gorgeous. It's interesting they call it chocolate chip because I feel like a chocolate chip would be a little bit more neutral in colour, but I still really like how bold it is, how easy it is to use. I get why they called it the Quickliner. It does get blunt quite quickly, but I guess you find this a lot with lip pencils, but I just find it a lot, particularly with this one, maybe because it is so creamy. And the packaging doesn't retract, which isn't the worst thing, but it is kind of annoying. Sometimes you want to twist up and twist back down again, but that's probably the only real negative. If you want to make the product sharper again, you can just scribble on the side of your hand or just use the side of it when you're applying. Then we have the KVD Everlasting Lip Liner in the shade Crucifix. So this is also a vegan formula and it retails for £18, so £1 cheaper than a Clinique. So this is described as a deep chocolate and this is exactly what I would expect from a chocolate shade. So it's still a little bit red, but it pulls more yellow than the Clinique shade. Yeah, it just has this richness. It's a similar packaging as well. So you have the twist up. It does also retract, so it twists down as well. Again, very easy to apply. It's quite thin as well, like the Clinique one, which I forgot to say, and that just makes it easier to, you know, get a precise line, and again makes it very convenient and fast. So yeah, beautiful rich colour. Yeah, really like this one as well. Obviously I like all of the ones here, so that's just a given. So the last one I'm going to talk about is the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 in the shade Rich Brown. So this is also £19 and also vegan. Depth wise, very similar to the other ones I've mentioned, but it does pull more red. I just really like the formula on this one, so that's why I wanted to include it here. It's very creamy and it's probably the most thought out of the pencils here, because it's that twist up pencil like the KVD and the Clinique. It does retract, and another detail I really like is it has a tiny little sharpener on the end, which is so cute. You can really tell this is a makeup artist brand. I mean, a lot of them are, but I love it when you have details like that. It's been really thought out. It's to obviously just sharpen it a little bit if you need to. And that's kind of why it makes it my favourite out of those three in particular. I do find it's the easiest to work with and the most convenient. So yeah, that's all my lip liners. I was going to talk about some more, but I thought let me not make this a really long video. I did want to mention MAC Chestnut because that is just such a classic shade and everyone loves it, but I think I already mentioned Cork, and I know people already know about Chestnut, so I was just like, let me leave it. In terms of how Chestnut compares to the rest of them, Chestnut is just that slight bit more yellow toned. Again, I think that's why people like it, because even me just swatching what I have, everything pulls red. Everything. I have like maybe 4 liners that are more yellow out of quite a big collection of lip liners. Yeah, it's interesting like what the industry tends to back, or what ends up becoming like a duped shade, or a shade that's the most replicated in different brands. If you want me to do more videos, let me know. Also, let me know your favourites and if there's any that you're using already. But thank you guys for joining me. Like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will catch you all in a new video soon. Bye guys!